Welcome to Đồng Nai Radio and Television Station. Here are the news today. The Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO, has said that world food prices on June 2020 increased for the first time this year. This increase marked a slight recovery of the economy after a sharp decline due to the COVID-19 epidemic. FAO's Vital Price Index stood at 93.2 points in June, increased by 2.4% compared to the previous month. In the context of the uncertain market, prices of vegetable oil, sugar, and dairy products increased again in June, while prices of cereals, meat remained under pressure to decrease. The vegetable oil price index increased by 11.3% in June, reversing from the downtrend in the previous 4 consecutive months. The sugar price index increased by 10.6%, partly due to the congestion in Brazilian ports due to measures to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Last month, FAO forecasted an unprecedented 508.7 million tons of rice production in 2020, an increase of 1.6% compared to 2019. In contrast, FAO forecasted that global wheat production will decrease in 2020. The Prime Minister had asked ministries, branches, localities, and associations to speed up the effective implementation of the law on small and medium enterprises support to create conditions for enterprises to overcome difficulties, maintain and restore production and business activities. Accordingly, the Prime Minister urgently requests amendments and supplements to guide documents and researches and additional solutions to bring policy to support small and medium-sized enterprises to life, prioritizing the allocation of resources, promoting the effective implementation of contents, programs, and schemes to support small and medium-sized enterprises. Specifically, the Ministry of Planning and Investment studies and amends the government's Decree number 39 of 2018 detailing a number of articles of the law on supporting small and medium enterprises. The Ministry of Finance guides the early implementation of the National Assembly's resolution on reduction of enterprises' income tax of 2020 for small and micro enterprises after being promulgated by the National Assembly. Urgently submit to the government the decree on organization and operation of the Local Development Investment Fund, which considers additional investment in creative small, medium-sized enterprises. The State Bank of Vietnam will supervise and coordinate with concerned agencies in studying and proposing the implementation of peer-to-peer lending solutions to support small and medium-sized enterprises in accessing loans. Russian President Vladimir Putin signed the decree stating that constitutional amendments of the Russian Federation will take effect on July 4, 2020. The head of Russia also instructed the publication of the constitutional amendments on the official legal portal. The vote on constitutional amendments took place throughout Russia from June 25 to July 1, with nearly 78% in favor and more than 21% against. The changes included in this Russian constitution will apply to the president, members of the government, and government officials at many levels, while strengthening the social security of the state for citizens, increasing the power of the National Assembly, ensuring the territorial integrity of the Russian Federation, establishing the position of the Russian language. The amendments allow the incumbent president to run for president again for 2 terms after the end of the current term in 2024. From July 10 The UK will abolish the 14-day quarantine rule with passengers from 59 countries and territories entering the country, including Vietnam. Following a decision announced by the British government yesterday afternoon, the list of 59 countries and territories exempted from the application of the 14-day quarantine requirement was established mainly based on the COVID-19 epidemic situation in this country. These are countries and regions where the situation of COVID-19 outbreak is better or equal to that of England. The number of Asian countries and territories on the British safety list includes Japan, South Korea, Vietnam, Taiwan, and Hong Kong. In a statement, the UK government stated that passengers from these countries should not be isolated for 14 days on arrivals unless they have visited or stopped in another country in the previous 14 days. That is the end of the news today. Thank you for tuning in.